One of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. The whole world was talking about a fight with you and Chavez. It's not going to happen. You have another fight. Tell us about the fight you are having.
It's not serious. Not fight, not serious. Not fight, not business. It's nothing.
What would you tell your fans who want to see you get back in there and do what you do best, knocking people out?
I don't know. Yeah.
Abel, yeah. What would you say about that?
You know, he's ready. He's had some time off.
Guys, we'll give it 2 minutes. Let's make it quick, okay?
Unfortunate circumstances. He had some time off. He's ready to get back in the ring. The Chavez fight, for whatever reasons, wasn't made. Now he has the date, July 26th, Madison Square Garden. We don't know the opponent yet, but he'll be announced right before the Cotto Martinez fight.
Where is Gail?
There's a couple guys that are in the running. Gail is one of them.
You know, a lot of fight fans were excited to see you in LA, have that fight with Chavez fell through. Now you'll be fighting at Madison Square Garden, like Abel said. Are you disappointed as well that you won't be fighting here in LA?
It's a good fight. It's Chavez.
Yeah, he is disappointed. As you see the reception that he got here, a lot of fans wanted to see him. After this great fight tonight, another great fight on the 19th would have been a great opening for the Forum. Unfortunately, the fight wasn't made for a lot of different reasons, but we're looking forward to the 26th of July.
What did you think of Marquez tonight? He looked amazing for 40 years old.
Guys, we got 1 minute. Let's make it quick. We're going to kick us out.
The fight at the Garden, will it be at the big house or the theater?
It all depends on the opponent.
Hopefully it's the big house. You deserve it, Triple G. New York is your town.
Last thing, what did you think of Mayweather-Mike fight? Did you see it? What did you think? What did you think, Abel?
I thought Mayweather won easy. I thought it was 8-4. Maidana missed a lot of shots. Maidana gave him the most pressure that anybody's given him, but really it was a Mayweather fight.
Next, talk to us about the fight today.
Hold on, you weren't in that whole thing when I just talked. I just talked about it all night on TV, and then I talked to like 3 different guys, and you missed it.
Would you say this was one of the most exciting lopsided fights?
Yes, it was. I mentioned it even before the knockdown by Marquez, where Marquez knocked him down, that it's a one-sided fight, but it's somehow worthy of the Forum. And then Marquez knocked Alvarado down, and then Alvarado came back and knocked Marquez down and hurt him a couple more times, even though he was being outclassed. It was, you know, I was saying, this is the first fight I've ever been to at the Forum. I grew up reading about it, watching fights on TV, at a time when the LA boxing scene was alive and the New York scene was kind of dead, and always wanted to be a part of it, and I felt grateful that I could be a part of the broadcast actually for a fight like this tonight.
It doesn't seem like it would be a fight if Marquez wasn't on the canvas, right?
I mean, well, I'm happy for Alvarado because he was outclassed. He wasn't going to win this fight, but what got him to this point in his career was his heart, and the fact that he would always, up until now, up until the Provodnikov fight, break the other guy before he was broken. In other words, he was never broken. The closest is when he bent against Rios. The first fight he got stopped, but he was still on his feet wanting to continue. That's not on him if the ref stops the fight. Same ref, Pat Russell. And then in the rematch with Rios, he turned into a boxer, which is a kind of a bend because he was always able to impose himself, but he won the fight. Kind of like what Cotto did against Mosley when he started boxing.
Exactly.
Although not quite on that level of fighter. But Provodnikov was different. Provodnikov, they asked him, do you want to fight? And he said no in the corner. And that's getting broken. So when a guy like Alvarado, who's made his living breaking the other guy, is broken in that way, you need to see if he still has it in him. And what I saw is a guy who was being outclassed and who maybe was a little hesitant to lead at times. But every time he got his bell rung, he came back. In fact, he had his best moments when he was hurt. That's when he turned back into Mike Alvarado. And I was happy for him to see that because it showed you that he still has fight in him. And because of that quality, he was able to turn this from a fight where, all right, look, you gave it a shot and you lost, to something that people will remember.
Where does Alvarado go from here?
There's always a third fight with Rios, potentially. I mean, he has options.
So you think Alvarado is a great
still
possibility?
Has a career. Rios still has a career. When you make good fights, you'll find yourself on television in front of a bunch of fans.
And my last question, Marquez Pacquiao, is that going to be happening?
I think so. It seems that way.
All right, thank you.